Hello everyone. I'm going to start a series with Windows PowerShell, and in Windows PowerShell series for beginners to professional. And in this series, I will show all the PowerShell commandlets or Cmdlets. Basically, the Cmdlets are known as or pronounced as commandlets, and scripting. How we can do a PowerShell command scriptings, some sample scripts, a lot of things. So that would be a complete series. And initial to that, first and today, I'm starting with the first video of this series. In this video, I will cover the following topics, which are you can see it on your screen. These are Windows PowerShell overview, host applications like how you can access PowerShell or you can execute the commands, and what are the commandlets structure like verbs, noun, prefixes, how it will work, and then parameters, how you can pass the parameters or argument values, how to compile or completion of through tap you can get the commands, what how you can use the get help, and what exactly how you can understand the help syntaxes, what are the modules, alias, and the show command. So we will cover all these topics. So let's begin with this, and I will show all the lab instructions along with this theoretical concepts. So when we are talking about Windows PowerShell, so Windows PowerShell was introduced in 2006, and it's basically built on Microsoft .NET platform, and that helps you to automate your administrative activities or administrative tasks. The primary version was and used to replace your command prompt like earlier. All everything is based on CMD or a command prompt where you have a batch files, etc. And no such specific scripting support was there in Windows environment. Like in Linux and Unix, you have a shell scripting, but in Windows we don't have. If we talk about the earlier versions of Windows like 2003 and Windows NT, Windows 2000, so no such type of scripting language was available. This PowerShell is basically built on Microsoft .NET platform, and that's why it's also support the object-oriented programming structure. So I'm not going much deeper on this object-oriented programming concepts, but we will see how it works to design scripts in the form of objects, blockings, etc. Okay, and we have a CLI as well as a scripting language available. So it's just like as a command line interface. You can uh, put commands and execute the commands as individual single lines, or you can create a PowerShell script with the help of extension as PS1, and with you can execute that script. So a script contains a set of instruction, a set of commands, could be a some for loops, some decision making constructs. In the upcoming videos, I will show you how we can set or create a script. And with the CLI's normal commands, you can simply execute the commands in a single line. Uh, if you talk about the PowerShell commands, that includes CMDlets, that these are pronounced as commandlets, and functions, filters, workflows. A lot of things are there that you can use in scripting as well as in PowerShell. It's some of the Microsoft specific application provide the application specific commandlets just like as an Exchange. So you have an mailbox related DAG, CAS, same as for the SharePoint. You have SP sites, you have workflows, you have external access facing sites. So specific to that particular application, if we talk about Azure, the Azure specific commandlets are there. So these are the based on specific applications. And Microsoft also supports open source like Linux or Mac OS integrations also. So now you can integrate that, or you can administer that environment to manage your Linux server as well as your Mac OS from Windows server itself only. If we talk about I will show you how it will go and how it works. And we have an two type of hosting applications available mainly. The first one is console, that is your initial and base interface, and second one is ISE, that is your scripting editing tool. Even you can use your notepad to write scripts. It's not mandatory to use the ISE, but yes, these are available and they're built in current Microsoft Windows operating system. So let me quickly show you how it's basically going. So this one, as you can see, once you click on start, you will see Windows PowerShell as well as Windows PowerShell ISE. When I clicked on this PowerShell, I will be getting a Microsoft Windows PowerShell window like this. And if I clicked on Windows PowerShell ISE, I'll be getting this a more advanced version of this, where you can see all the commands available here. And I can see, you can see it here. This is the command window from where you can select a couple of different type of interfaces for this, like this. So here you can type the script at the top, this section, and you can execute that command here. You can directly run the command, or you can run the commands from here. So suppose I place a command get hyphen services, and the best part is that when you are start typing command, it will show as an help. Okay, let I execute this. See, so there is output, I can get it here. But if you are using a Microsoft Windows PowerShell like this, so you have to execute the type a complete command, then only you can execute it. It would not show you, it would not show the command structure. So these are the two consoles. You can customize your console as per your convenience. For example, you can see right now it's very small or letters. So what I can do it, I can go and change it from here. I can go on, simply click here on the left side top corner and then select the properties. From here you can select the cursor size, number of exist old commands. From here you can change the font size, like I'm just going to increase some font size. It's giving me a layout height, how much you want to increase. So I just keep it as 2500. Okay, window size, it's basically, this is the screen buffer size, sorry. Screen buffer, I can take it, not an issue. But windows width and height, so how much I want to keep, I just keep it 40. Height and width is 120 is fine. Left Windows position from where it's start, or it will automatically system decide itself. Even I want to change the screen background color, instead of blue I want to keep any other color. I can put it like this, and pop-up text, screen background, so kind of things. From here you can change it. And screen text, currently this color, if I change it to blue. So I have made a couple of changes now. If I pressed OK, so see how this get changed. So that was my old this was the older one which we have seen, and now I change it to this form. When I relaunch this, let me show you. So it will be in this form only. So the things colors, I can change it as per my requirement. Let me just quickly go back and change back some colors, because I don't like much screen text. I can keep it white. Okay, So here I can change the commands and change the script, and I increase this font size also, so visibility is much more. So these are the two simple interfaces through which you can execute the PowerShell commands. Apart from that, any third-party applications are available, and those are integrated with your Windows, so you can utilize that also. Okay, when we are talking about commandlet structure, so in commandlet structure is basically divided in two sections. The first one is verb and the second one is noun. When you are playing a command or when you are executing a command, you have seen that you have to uh, associate two parts like get hyphen user, get hyphen computer, or set hyphen computer, set hyphen users. So you can see the first part comes as a form of verb here, where you can use the get, set, new, add, remove. So these are the state specific commands where you can put a specific type of activity. Get, as per name, you can understand it, trying to fetch something. If you're trying to set or use the set command, that means you are trying to set something. Similarly, if you are going to new, that means you are creating something new. If you are using add, so that means you are adding something with your existing ones. Same as remove. If you are using a remove, that means you are removing something which is exist in the environment. So that's why these are known as verb portion, or these are verbs, sorry. These are known as verbs. So it's basically as confirm get is used to retrieve, set is for changing, new to is to create something, add is to add something with the existing resource containers or existing resource set. So these are the things that we can use. And when we talk about the noun, noun is the second part of that. If you remember, I placed the command get hyphen service. So the service is used as a noun that is specific to set of activity or set of object where you are applying that particular verb, like user, computer. So these are the specific uh, keywords or that represent a specific type of activity or a specific type of object. So that's why these are known as noun, because these could not be a common for just similar as get or set activity. If you are taking a service, it would be representing a service. If I'm taking as a computer user, it would represent a computer or a user as an object. It's not similar for uh, all activity. But if we are talking about get is always do the same work, even if you are using for service, for process, for user, for computer, for anything. If you're using a get, it's always work in a similar way. Okay, and we have some prefixes also, like some commandlet that start with Azure AD. That means these are related to Azure. If you're taking it AD, so AD is for Active Directory. So these are the some prefix that are added, like AD user, AD computer. So these are the specific nouns that have their prefixes that represent the type of commandlet or a type of noun used for specific similar type of activities, like for AD, like for Azure, etc. Now we have an parameters option available. The parameters are basically indicated with hyphen or dash. So whenever you are typing a command and you are adding a parameter with that, that means you are supplying some value or you are associating a value with that command. Like I place a command get hyphen AD user, suppose. Then I want to check a value for the user. So I have added a parameter name. When I have added a parameter name, so that means it's it will try to fetch a value that I will associate with that particular parameter. How it will see, let me quickly show you something. Okay, I am just going to get hyphen ad user when I type this command. Okay, what it will happen, and I pressed enter. Okay, it's asking me to enter some filter because I have not connected it. So it's asking me to give me help or information. So I just put it start here. You can see it's given the all users. Now if I put a name, this one, so what I have to do it, I am just going to retype the same command and I placed a parameter as filter or identity. I place that identity, or think I have not copied anything. Okay, I I think I have changed the colors, so that's why the pop-up text is not getting much clear. Let me quickly change the color. Okay, here I place that command. So let me quickly up arrow. Okay, now you can able to see because this color which I have taken for the pop-up, it was a little bit darker or almost similar. So that's why you are unable to view that particular. If I take a skin background in some different color, so it would be more clear. Okay, so this is what command I have done, and when I have executed this command, so it's giving me a detail on this like a user and particular user detail. So this is what I have. The hyphen identity is my parameter which I placed, and this is the value for this parameter. Same as if you are adding any of the hyphen and then you're adding any of the specific color, you will get this one as a parameter, and this is the value for this parameter. You can add multiple values, or it would be separated by commas. It would be depend how the parameter will take the value. Like mkt user 1, if I am adding one more user account here like this one, so what I can do it, but it would be totally depend if your parameter is able to accept the value or not. I press two users, you can see it's giving me an error message because this commandlet is not supported this value. Couple of parameters are supporting, but this one is not supporting. That's why you will be getting an error message. I will show you in some other commands where it's possible. Okay, tab completion. As I type the command get hyphen adus. Now if I press a tab, this will resolve the complete command. If I press adcum, when I pressed tab, it's giving me a complete commandlet. Same as if I press identity, you can see it's auto resolve. So this is called tab completion. When you type a command initial phrases and press a tab, then it will show uh, all the available commandlets that are associated with your starting phrase. We have an get help option. This is more useful, and with the help of this you can understand how it this command will work. So let me quickly show you one of the example. Okay, how the get help will work. Let me quickly execute one of the command along with get help. So let's type a command, that is get hyphen help, and then I'm putting a command get hyphen ad user. When I pressed enter, you can see the command details are available here, and this is how the structure of your ad help, where the command syntax is this. So with the help of syntax you can identify how you have to execute this command, what are the parameters you have to enter it, and according to parameters it will execute and return values. So let me quickly explain what it is. So this is the help syntax. When you put a command, you can see it's the similar, it represents the similar way. The syntax is like this. Obviously the command is not the same one, so you will be getting a different structure here, but you can see it here. These are the parameter sets which are associated with your command. It's mandatory parameter, means you are putting this as a positional parameter, then you have to add the value accordingly. With this, these are the optional parameters like username and etc. You can avoid it, but if we are talking about like event log, so event log, if I put, I have to put the name. That is as a mandatory parameter. The username could be as an optional, or if you have an additional user account to get the value. So the same way you can see it here with this command. Couple of parameters are compulsory, couple of not compulsory. So filter, strings, common parameter, it's mentioned, everything is here. You can take it detailed description help if you want to see what exactly this command will do. Related links are available, associated commandlets that can be used, like get is used to get the information, same as set to set, remove to remove, and add new user by using new user, new hyphen ad user commandlet. So these are the some of them examples where you will see associated commands or commandlets, and as well as the detail of any commandlet. So same as if I put a different command like ad computer, now it will show all the ad computer commands. Here you will see the associated commands, and this is the description, and this one is the syntax for this command. Okay, okay, now just coming back to this section, what we have in modules. So modules are nothing else. These are the group of related Windows PowerShell functionalities that comes in the form of package, or you can say a consolidated functions group, where in Windows PowerShell 3.2 and later on versions, its auto unloading is supported, which was not supported in the earlier versions. And these are the basic containers that store those specific commands, like I have to use Exchange, I need to install the Exchange module. If I would like to use an Azure AD or Azure remote messaging, I need to install a module named as Azure RM or Azure AD. Same as for Microsoft Office Online, I have to use the commandlet. I have to install a module, that is MS Online. You can refer my video where I have shown the installation of these modules, and it was I have added Azure AD and MS Online module. So how you can install those modules or additional modules wherever you require those. Same as for the Exchange and Skype for Business. Whenever you are installing these packages, it's automatically get installed, but couple of modules that need to be installed by explicitly, just like Azure AD, Azure RM, MS Online, the type of modules. So I will show in upcoming videos how we can deploy and install various modules to integrate the functionality of a specific type of commands. And auto loading is you need not to manually import the modules. The modules are automatically, when you PowerShell get loads, all the install modules are automatically available to use. In the previous versions of Microsoft PowerShell or Windows PowerShell, you have to manually import it. So for that, you have to run the command import module and then server manager. I think most of them people have used that command in 2008 R2 and other older versions. Import hyphen module server manager CMD and all those. So that was not required now. Okay, now one more thing which is if we talk about, that is aliases. So what we have added additional with this. So in Windows PowerShell, we have a CMD CLI as an integrated part. So you will get dir cd mkdir type or the DOS commands. If we talk about disk operating system, the DOS, the our one of the old legacy commandlet interface. So these commands are integrated or automatically integrated with your Windows PowerShell, and you can execute these commands. Same as ping, ipconfig, the external commands which are available in DOS, that also works fine with Windows PowerShell. So nothing else, it's just as an additional alias, or you can say an additional component which is uh, available and you can utilize that. It's also having a functionality like dir slash s slash a all those functionality will work as it is with that was in MS-DOS. The same way it will work it here also. We have an added components available like PowerShell itself have replacement for that. This means if you want to create a directory, Windows PowerShell have a functionality to create it. If you want to check directory like dir replacement command, just a replacement of dir, you can use the get child item that will work just similar as dir. So it's not like Windows PowerShell itself have those functionalities and PowerShell commandlets, and apart from that you can utilize your MS-DOS commands also. And yes, the last one I will try to cover it by today, that is show hyphen command. In show command is an graphical and gives you a graphical interface through which you can see the commands, what would be the parameters required to enter, and you can execute that from there also. If you do not remember command, you can just go and type show hyphen command. It will give you the same window which we have seen in ISE, this one. So let me quickly go back. Okay, if I type a command here, get hyphen AD user. Okay, so I can see the command is available here and I can type the filter. Filter is, you can see the star is mentioned, that means it's in mandatory. So I placed an star here like all the identities. If you want to put a specific identity, a specific filters or LDAP filter or anything, so you can put it here. And apart from that, other some parameter informations are there. If you want to put any of them, you can put it. Just common parameters, you can add it from here. Now if I run this, I can copy the command from here, this, or I can run that from here. So I just place the run, you can see it's available here. Okay, get hyphen AD user filter star, I'm trying to enter it. That shows all the existing users. Still, I think some color combinations giving me a not good background. Anyways, I will reset all these background and see it how which one is better for me. Anyway, change it later on. No issue. So from here you can see and you can execute the commands. Okay. So today that's all about this, and it was just as an introductory session related to Windows PowerShell. I will be back soon with new video and where I will cover the Windows PowerShell more details, additional things what we can do in PowerShell. I will go step by step and see. This will be the pre-work which I will continue in the next video. So mostly it's basically it was related to the various commandlets, so I'm coming with that soon. Till that time, keep watching my channel and do subscribe it. Thank you so much.